McLean. I'm with Talent Talk, and I am on the red carpet for the premiere of Faultline. And with me today is Anna Cooley, who's the director of the film, and also to mention that she's actually an award-winning director. So let's have a little chat with her and find out a bit more about her film and, the process of that.
We're here for the premiere, and it's the first time I've had a screening of a film I've directed at a festival in Calgary. So I'm very excited and thrilled that it's sold out.
Excellent. And how were you approached for this film? Like, were you actually approached, or did you, how did the process of you getting involved come about?
I was approached, which is amazing because usually I have to at least produce films that I direct, and for this one I could just focus on directing. The creators and writer / the producer / the stars of this film, which are two women, Stacie and Kirsten, approached me about just under 2 years ago about helming their project, and I was just really enticed by the tight script with the excellent suspense that I couldn't wait to get to the end of when I read it for the first time.
Was this a little bit out of your norm genre-wise in order of directing, or?
So I've been watching murder mysteries since I was a small child, and my grandmother would put on Sherlock Holmes and Hercule Poirot, but I've mostly directed either documentaries or comedies. So this is the first time I've done like a real drama, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, speaking of comedies, one of your award was for actually Abracadabras, right? Which was kind of a comedy, I believe, right? Yeah. The transition from that to this, did you find a big difference?
I think the biggest difference is like when you're in the moment working through a scene, and my instinct is to go for the funny, and being like, no, that's not appropriate here, which is fine. It's a very good exercise to not stay in one lane. It's good to branch out, and I think we got to a good place in the end.
Nice. And with this kind of being your first film in the festival like this, how are the nerves? I'm
feeling great. I know that with cast, crew, friends, and family in the audience, this is probably the most loving and generous audience I'll ever have. So I'm just trying to enjoy that. Absolutely.
Homegrown Alberta film. You can't really go wrong, right? Well, I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the film, and I hope it does well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, here we are on the carpet for Faultline. With me right now, I actually have the executive producer and the star of the show, Scott Lepp, Stacie Harrison. So let's have a quick little chat with them. Scott, maybe you can tell us a little bit how you got involved with the project?
Well, this project had been going on for a couple of years before I even came on board. And Stacie and Kirsten just needed a little bit of help to get it over the finish line. And so I came on to try to lend a bit of a hand.
Fair enough. And yourself, you're actually involved in a few different aspects of it. Maybe you can tell us about wearing the multiple hats and how that went.
Yeah, it's been an incredible journey wearing multiple different hats, like you said. I've been involved in the project since its inception. And Kirsten, Lankester, my co-producer, she and I created the idea of making a female-driven movie. She wrote the script, and we've been working on it ever since, trying to get it to this stage. It's been quite a journey. And like Scott said, we wanted to bring him on board for his incredible expertise and mentorship, and he's been such a dream to work with. We've been very lucky to have him.
And without too many spoilers, maybe you can tell us a little bit about the film itself and your role within.
Yeah. So I played Paige Tennant, and Paige and her sister Jessie, their mother was perpetrated a crime 20 years ago, and it sort of drove the sisters apart. My character goes to London and takes up law and comes back to Calgary to work on a case that begins to unravel things that happened in their mother's past. And we start to learn some really dangerous secrets about what might have actually happened back then, and it forces the sisters to reconnect. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And for yourself, Scott, I mean, you've been involved with a few different projects. What kind of drew you to this to kind of help out?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, the script is great. So first of all, I had worked with Stacie before on another project, so I knew that Stacie and I get along and that it would go well. So then I met Kirsten afterwards. I read the script. I loved the script. They just needed a little bit of help. They had put 90% of it in place already, so I knew that I could actually come in and have an impact on it. And it's a great project. It's an all Calgary project, and I think that's something that I really love and appreciate about it.
Yeah, speaking on to the, it's a Calgary film, Alberta film. We're always so proud of, the Alberta film market here. What's it like to actually have the film done here, presenting it here in Calgary, and just being a part of this atmosphere? One from each of you.
Yeah, we were so determined to set this movie in Calgary and not to disguise Calgary as another city. That was really important to us. We have a beautiful city and it should be showcased more. And we really, really wanted to have an entire Calgary cast and crew. We achieved that. We're so lucky for that. And then to be able to have our world premiere here at the Calgary International Film Festival is a true gift. We're just so happy to be here tonight and to get to share it with our community.
Absolutely. Scott, yourself?
Yeah, I echo Stacie's sentiments. It's important to show Calgary on the big screen. I've been a part of a couple of projects that have done that recently, and I think with the industry here booming a little bit outside of maybe this downturn due to the circumstances in the U.S., outside of that, Calgary is putting itself on the map in a number of different ways, and I think the film industry is just one of them. So having Calgary play Calgary is important. I think we're going to start seeing it more and more now, and so it's just another great reason to be a part of this film.
Absolutely, and this is actually sold out right now, so that's great as well. Where do you foresee? What's the next step? Do you see other festivals for this project, or what's your thoughts on?
Go ahead.
Well, we're not focusing too much on the festival circuit at this time. We are looking at different avenues to get the film out to the public and different opportunities for people to see it in hopefully a lot of different ways. Yeah, we're excited about what's in store. We've got some things up our sleeve, and we're excited to share that when it becomes available.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I'll let you get back to the mingling, and awesome job. Thank you.